Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Welcome back to one of the Pro 1v1 matches. Today we are on Jungle Wolf. And down in the south position we have Big SiZe with the GLA Vanilla in the orange color. Now today his opponent all the way up in the north, this very jungly map, we have the mighty Fargo with the blue, and he is playing as the China something. I actually don't know what. Maybe China infantry. We'll figure it out in a second when something comes out of there. If it's got some veterancy, we will figure it out. If it doesn't, what's it going to be? There's actually a gap under there. Red guard, regular red guard. Okay. Could be China vanilla. Could be tank. Let's figure it out as the replay goes on. Looking like he might be going for an oil grab, but quite ambitious to go for the oil grab here, because one technical straight from the GLA can shut that down pretty straightforward and pretty simple. Red guards are going to be produced in the numbers of 4 in total. I think he's going to grab these buildings. Even though it's not a tank enter, at least you're occupying them pretty quick. But actually more looks like he's going for the flanks. It is China tank, by the way, and a nice terrorist there dropped off by Big SiZe. Also grubs himself the bunker. Now that the flame has gone down. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Want to cancel that. Lose your $400. Yeah, very, very nice start there for SiZe. He's taking down the flame with the terrorist and then occupied that bunker with the RPGs. Means he needs to make a new flamer if he wants to ever push out on this section again. Fargo behind this is going to grab the artillery platforms there. He's going to try at least. Going to go for that oil as well. Technical here for SiZe, still running around. A little bit risky driving over there. Could have been the mines. Another technical now for SiZe as well. SiZe is going to spot this red guard, but is he going to be quick enough to stop it? He is. And Fargo is going to be denied all of the caps apart from the oil, which is the most important one actually. That one there did get stopped, obviously gone down to, well, when the building's been cleared by the tunnel. Fargo is stabilizing. I think he's got a pretty strong army here against the GLA with China tank, because I think you can push everywhere. You can have flamers, you can get a decent amount of battle masters, flamers, gats mixed together and push the GLA. That's when tank I think is strongest. So he's going to grab this, but he's a little bit slow, actually. Red guard beats him to it. Bit of a mistake there from SiZe. He should have targeted down or crushed the red guard first. But it looks like SiZe has a decent amount of map control. He's getting another tunnel here, although there's a gat on the way. They have a bunch of technicals now on the way for SiZe. Fargo needs to turn and shoot that straight away for the most chance of actually winning this engagement. Otherwise, he's just going to lose it. The 2 technicals get some veterancy there. Scrap deny comes in. Helix is now produced by Fargo. An expensive air unit there for the China tank. It will force SiZe into making quads. He's already making the quads though. SiZe roaming around with his tentacles, takes out the red guard there, wanting to capture the artillery platform. Fargo coming in with this Helix, trying to make some damage happen. I think he's going to shut down this worker before it finishes and actually tech RPGs, unload the RPGs. But kind of a bad engagement there for SiZe, because he's going to lose all of them RPGs. He's lost both of them technicals, and he failed to get that tunnel up as well. So nice little move there by Fargo. He's got 2 Helixes now in total. Picks off 2 Scorpions there. Very, very nice. SiZe a little bit too overextended there for a second. Fargo coming in once again. That Helix is definitely living on the edge. It's actually on fire. Needs to fly back and get repaired. Artillery platform here, potentially going to be captured by Fargo. And the map is kind of divided north against south now, isn't it? If Fargo establishes a position here, gets some bunkers and grabs hold of these, it's going to be very hard to crack later on. And likewise, that area is going to be hard to crack as well. You've got to think to yourself, is it worth SiZe making rebels just to capture them? But saying that, actually, he has an oil to capture here as well. So yeah, definitely getting that oil and capturing them a priority now for SiZe. SiZe is moving out with a number of quads though, and some Scorpions over on this right hand side. Artillery platform captured there by Fargo makes it more difficult, and Fargo moves out at exactly the right time. If SiZe had kept his quads in there and popped from there, it potentially could have lost a Helix or two there, Fargo, or at least taken immense damage on it. Helix is now moving on top of the position. Big pop here from SiZe. Generally, I always say if SiZe commits to a pop, you better know that it's going to work out for him. And there he takes out 2 Helixes, and they happen to be the bunker Helixes, and takes out the 3rd there as well. So is that worth it for Fargo? Well, he is clear in this position, and he will take out that oil that's now not going to be able to be captured there for SiZe. However, he did waste 3 Helixes, which is an immense cost there for Fargo. So he's cleared a position, but at a big cost, and Fargo is now up against still a lot of quads. But then you could argue if SiZe is only making quads, maybe you don't need to make any more Helixes. Actually repairing that one. It's actually a bunker Helix. So yeah, he's still got 1 Helix. Could argue now tank can just switch pure into ground and actually just combat these quads like that. But yeah, he's still committing to the Helixes actually. He is economically ahead at the moment because he has the oil advantage, whereas SiZe does not have this oil, and that one's really living on the edge. SiZe trying to protect that as much as he can. SiZe trying to regain some ground near that oil. I think if Fargo just does a little tiny bit of a flame wall, I'm pretty sure that oil's going to go down. Helix is coming in. It's going to suicide one of the Helixes, and the oil still remains alive. A little bit of a bad play there by Fargo. Actually, quite a bad play. Not a little bit. It's actually a horrendous play. With that suicided Helix, you might as well have flown it in and suicided it for the oil kill, but sometimes I think Fargo's obsessed with being so quick in Zero Hour, clicking everywhere and clicking everything too fast. Better sometimes to slow down by 10 or 20% and actually make better strategic decisions, and actually be better than just clicking everywhere like crazy and making loads of mistakes. That's my view anyway. Unlike Fargo to be protecting his oil, and a TNT does come in and finish it. Even another terrorist remains. If he kills that, he'll actually hit the outpost. There's collateral damage there. Doesn't hit though. Seems to have gone down to the bunker and the artillery platforms. Hull is now being established for SiZe. Quite a late one, but also for Fargo, he's only just dropping down his prop, so he's been heavy tier 1 units so far. Don't ever want to make a palace too soon, especially if you're losing ground. Better to take all the money and take your oils and then drop down a palace. Certain situations you can rush out a palace. So another pop here from SiZe. Let's see if my theory is correct. And actually, that's a rare case where Fargo has actually won one of the SiZe pops. Okay, we'll say if SiZe pops, you better know that it's actually going to be a successful one. It's rare for SiZe to do a bad pop, but that was one of them actually. And this game is a bit like a roller coaster. Those Helix is having great success here. Now that's the second supply of SiZe closed down. It has got a decent amount of cash, as you would imagine. The bank of big SiZe. One Helix almost going down. One Helix is going to suicide again by the looks of things. He is going to get out. That's a nice micro there from Fargo. Nice decision making and micro. Comes in, picks off some units, and then manages to head back. They're both on fire this time. The problem is for Fargo is if this does go super late game, then the GLA, of course, has the advantage. You've got the bounty money, you've got the Anthrax bomb, you've got the sneak attack, all that other cool stuff is better than the tank. Of course, tank has carpet, artillery, EMP, mines, artillery. Did I already say that? If I didn't, then I mention it again. These 2 Helixes need repairing. They're no longer on fire, but they are smoking. Never want to buy a smoky helicopter. If it smokes upon starting, just best leave it. Take another one on eBay. We've got a Lotus in for Fargo. It's going to capture the supply. Now, is he capturing the supply or cash hacking? Actually going to capture it. It's going to mess with SiZe's economy again. Could argue better to cash hack, though. Lotus is going to escape. I think it is better for her to completely run off, although she might get detected by the radar van. No, I think she's going to get. She is going to escape. Maybe there was an opportunity for her to look like she was heading that way and then actually head down here and head into the bushes. But SiZe is going to look for it anyway, actually. So yeah, better she just gets out. Lives for another day, because now SiZe is going to be wasting time actually looking for that Lotus. Here comes the artillery level 2 of Fargo. Mine drop right in front of the war factory. The problem is, though, that these workers are right here, so you can just click on a worker, press L, click there, and it'll just start clearing landmines. SiZe has got one sneaky stealth tunnel right next to the oil there. And this oil being down, SiZe and oil up, and building his markets. You can kind of just camp this one out. You really can. Big attack here now from Fargo. The Helixes chased away there from a big quad pop. Helix is now committed to this big fight. One Helix falls. Several quad cannons are falling down too. Two Helixes now fall in total. And Fargo isn't having a hell of a lot of success now. I feel like a big part of it was that mistake earlier, not killing that oil, because that oil has provided so much cash to Big SiZe going into this late stage of the game. I think SiZe could get the AP ammo now. Wouldn't be a bad call, I don't think. But I feel like Fargo's running out of steam. He's run out on his main. He's really committing to a fight now with these Helixes. But I think it is too much here for SiZe. Too much defense. Fargo might have won that one engagement. But as soon as one or two more quads pop from these tunnels, that Helix is bound to fall. Could pop from here now. Oh, he's going to repop from there. Takes out the Helix. I really feel that Fargo is completely run out of steam now. Still collecting there. But you wouldn't have to crack this position so hard if he hadn't have done that bad move before. You know what I mean? Although these flamers have been coming in, he's been really hitting this area hard. Wherever the artillery level 2 hit before, it did hit there. Could argue maybe that should have been on an oil. Or maybe combined it with a Helix attack and hope that SiZe pops on the wrong tunnel. That could have done some stuff, but SiZe has been really good at keeping the unit numbers high. Even if he loses a whole tunnel of units, he's always got more back at home. It's something he's actually very good at. He'll never just fill his tunnel and stop. He'll fill his tunnel and then some, and then if he loses engagement, he can repop. Very, very good strat for GLA. Another pop here for SiZe. Actually got himself a GAT now. And another Helix falls for Fargo. Yeah, it's getting worse and worse for Fargo, I'm afraid. SiZe is getting the bounty money. He's got a Vet 3 Scorpion. I think that is it, GG. Yeah, so a major error there was not killing that oil there earlier. I think Fargo is in a really decent position. When the map was kind of split in half, Fargo had an oil advantage. If Fargo had like one or two Gatling tanks on his oil defending, and also killed SiZe's oil when he had that prime opportunity, I think we'd probably be looking at a Fargo win there. Just tiny little mistakes like that can ultimately lead to a defeat. So yeah, GG, well played. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and see you in the next one.